What's up, Internet? It's Dumbass Panicos, and today we are going to be shiny hunting some Tatsugiri. Because similar to the Raichu event, which had technically expired but I still had the data for it, which I did on the last stream, this is another outbreak event, so it's like 1 in 200 odds to get a shiny. And I think someone said in my chat last time that Sorry. The shiny charm does work on it, but even if it doesn't, I mean, those odds are really good. So, oh god, these are going to be really difficult to see, but I guess it doesn't matter because I'm just going to throw out Gallied anyways. Forgot how tiny these things are. But yeah, so this event actually has all 3 of the Tatsugiri available. All 3 forms of it, so whichever form this is... Hold on a sec. Yeah, so this is Curly form, and this is only in Paldea. And then Kitakami has the Droopy form, and then the Stretch form is in the Blueberry Academy area. So I am going to try and shiny hunt for all 3 of them. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Aya Cat, welcome in. Yeah, definitely want to try and get all 3. Oh, thank you for the congratulations. Glad to be at 100 followers. Yeah, I definitely want to try and get all 3. If it goes anything like how the Raichu hunt went, then that should take me about 3 hours, which would be perfect. And same as yesterday, I'm not doing the thing where like you get up to 60 knockouts and then do like picnics to reset and whatnot. I'm just gonna knock them all out because there's a few of these outbreaks. Come on, there we go. Then I have no idea what I'm doing for my next shiny hunt after this. Probably, I think Porygon is one that I actually started on stream in Sword and Shield. I think I had streamed my Alolan Meowth, which I'll get back to eventually. But I had only done 1 stream of it. I never actually made it live on YouTube, so I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. That reminds me, I need to actually set up my death counter again. Well, not death counter, I guess I'm using it for the shiny counter, but you get what I mean. Which actually also reminds me I need to reset up my my script for doing the percent probability thing. Okay, well, either knock them out or... Oh my god, come back here. There. That was weird that it wasn't attacking there, but whatever. Yeah, I'm still working on my other playthrough of Scarlet here. I realized that I can actually just like start the DLCs without actually beating the main story. But the one thing that I actually care about, which is the parent side quests, I think you have to complete all of the at least all of the DLC, or the first DLC story, before she shows up in the second DLC. And I might have to do basically the entire story because, like, including the base game, since you do have to go to Area 0 for those other Paradox Pokemon. I'm actually not sure how the DLC is going to handle that with me not being that far yet. Since you do go to Area 0 as part of the story for the second DLC, but we'll see. It will be interesting. So yeah, I think I've passed the point now where in theory it's like the best odds for him. But I also don't know how the like outbreak shiny boosting works with these outbreaks, since they just have like a set boosted shiny odds. And yeah, I'm not using sandwiches either, obviously, just because with how good the odds are on this, you don't really need them. Like 1 in 200 odds without even like shiny charm or anything is by far like some of the best shiny odds like ever in the franchise. Without including like I guess the Dynamax adventures, but I hate doing Dynamax adventures. That's why I kind of just gave up on my Suicune hunt, because it's just like way too much RNG for me. Because you basically just have to hope that your team isn't complete trash. I'm trying to think what else would even be anywhere near that low. I don't remember how low the doing the Poké Radar in BDSP is. I want to say it gets really high, but I don't remember. Or no, I think I'm thinking of the chance for it to like continue on for like each step of the chain. It's another thing that I don't ever want to go back to doing. Because again, it was like just too much RNG. Which sounds stupid to complain about with shiny hunting, but it's like the RNG like this, where it's just like, yeah, do it enough times and eventually you'll get it. I don't really mind. It's when I can like get reset and lose progress, basically. Either with like the chain breaking or with just having a bad team in Dynamax Adventures and you can't defeat the raid boss. Because at that point now you're stacking, you know, luck on top of luck. You have to be lucky enough to be able to continue it. Or even like, you have to be lucky enough to even get to the point of where luck matters. That's why I prefer breeding for the most part, because it's like very simple to do. But also, there's not really like, hello, Gallade? There's not really like a way to fail it. You just, sometimes it takes freaking forever. Oh, that frickin' Galarian Corsola hunt still haunts me. I think I had another one too in this game that went pretty long. I think it was one of the Tauros. It was just like an absolute nightmare. Alright. I know it says the raid is already done. I just want to double check the last remaining ones. So this shiny should be for this orange one. I can never remember what like the actual forms are called. Is there anyone left here? Alright, doesn't look like it. Yeah, this orange one is like a darker orange, and then like the top turns basically like brown almost. The pink one turns white, and the yellow one turns orange, which is the nice thing about doing this hunt is because it can god damn it, I hate the lack of zoom options in this. Like there really needs to be like another zoomed out level of this. But yeah, since it's only the yellow ones in the Blueberry Academy area. Actually, was there a fast travel right next to that? Kind of. It's still gonna be faster. Sorry, just changing something really quick. Okay, they are like right here. All right. So yeah, I hadn't really planned on ever shiny hunting for all three of these forms, but since they made it so easy, it's like, okay, well, I might as well. And this is definitely one that I would have done breeding for, because being that they're usually over by the lake of Lag, there was no way in hell I was ever going to do encounters for them. It is a little annoying that they can hide in the grass here, though, but at least I have a stable frame rate for the moment. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Uh-oh. Okay. Nice. So yeah, we got this today. I don't expect to have any difficulty getting all three. I should have plenty of time to do it. Like I said, it might take up to like 3 hours, but that's fine. I don't have any other obligations today. Is that it? No. Okay. But yeah, we'll do this, and then I think tomorrow I will try and finish up Mass Effect, just to have that finally be done. I'll work on some sort of shiny hunt after that. That would probably be on Monday. But then from there, I actually have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like, maybe Borderlands? Yeah, maybe I'll like play Borderlands on the 360 version and just start a fresh playthrough of that so I can hopefully try and finish off my achievements there. Which, speaking of, the Xbox 360 store is finally down. They finally took it offline. So if it's a backwards compatible game, you can still buy it on the Xbox One or the Xbox Series consoles. God, the naming scheme frickin' sucks. But if it was anything that was never made backwards compatible, then it's gone. You just can't get it anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything I really would have cared about buying on that. So it's not like it really bothered me at all. But it does suck that like some stuff is just gone. Hey, there we go. Uh-oh. Wait. Hold on. You need to just go after it. That should be the shiny though. No? Okay. So I guess Galley just decided he didn't want to fight it? Thanks, Gallied. It kind of looked darker, that's why I thought that was it. Yeah, that's really weird that he just did not want to fight that. Okay. That was a choice. Yeah, it kind of looked darker, and then he didn't attack it, so I thought that was the shiny. Oh well. God, why is the other crap spawning in the middle of the outbreak? That makes no sense. Oh my god. The let's go mechanic in this game is just so not good. I guess you can say that about a lot of things in this game. Which is a shame because, like, the base gameplay is pretty damn fun. But I mean, it's Pokemon, that's, you know, that's nothing too shocking. But, like, it's definitely, it should be a fun game. It is fun to play through. But, God, so many mechanics are just so not good. Like, actually, last night, working on one of the Team Star bases, and being reminded of how terrible those are. Because, like... Okay, I'm gonna check it, even though I know that's not dark enough to be it. Stupid. I don't know why Galade is giving me issues. Yeah, this, like we just saw with Gallade not wanting to attack that one, like, this mechanic is bad enough with one Pokemon, and then you have to do that Team Star bases where there's 3 of them. And, like, probably 80% of the time, I feel like they just, like, don't attack when you throw them out. Or they take a really long time to start attacking. Or it just, like, won't target them properly or whatever. It's just like, what are we doing here? And it's not like it's hard at all. Like, even when I would have problems with, like, the actual boss, like, getting to the boss wasn't difficult at all. It's just, like, annoying and not fun to do. Which kind of sucks because it... Well, one, it sucks because it's not good gameplay, but also the... like, the fact that it's called Let's Go is just like, okay, well, are we just not getting another Let's Go game? Which, like, I kind of like the Let's Go games. Even though playing them a second time through, I realized how easy it is, but... You know, it was still fun, especially the first time, just like not really knowing what I was doing at all and just screwing around. Because that was actually the first time that I had played a Pokemon game, at least in any serious amount, in like, God, when did that game come out? 2018? 2017? 2018, I believe. So yeah, before that it was like Heart Gold. Okay, Gallade, thank you. I don't know what's causing him to break. And it seems to be more of this area, because the first outbreak we didn't have too much trouble with. And I don't remember having a whole lot of trouble with the Pikachu, or with the Raichus either. Which, speaking of that Raichu, I did finally go through and move all of my Pokemon into Pokemon Home. So all, like, the legendaries that I hadn't actually moved in yet. Or, you know, shinies that I still had. Because I actually had a couple. Oh my god, I fucking hate this. But yeah, like I had forgotten that I had the entire Sarina, I believe that's how you pronounce it, that entire evolution line. And I also had a couple of shiny Rowlets in Pokemon Go that I finally transferred over. So I got all that done. I got all my shinies like counted up again. I actually updated my my Twitch About Me page, or like the cards underneath that page. I got that updated, but I haven't done like the popping cards, the toasts I think they're called. I haven't done those yet. Alright, well this area is going to be a laggy mess, but let's try it. Can you just fast travel here? No, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, there is a fast travel spot over here because there's a light tower that I have like never actually used. Or a watchtower or whatever. Or a lighthouse, I guess is what it's called anyways. Yeah, I got that stuff updated on my Twitch page. I haven't done those pop-in cards yet because I want to wait until I actually finish my living dex again, because there's still those 2 Paradox Pokemon that I haven't gotten. And then after that, I can update all that stuff. Well, I could update it now, but it's... why bother when I'm just going to have to update it again in, you know, not very long. Well, are any Tatsugiri going to spawn? I think I heard one. There's some. Alright, this area is not being too laggy, at least not yet. So that's a good start. I think I'm just going to try and stay mostly on the beach here, just so it's way easier to see them. I don't remember how many of these outbreaks I had to do last time for the Raichu. I want to say it was 4? Which actually would put me way over odds. I think I'm at odds right now, because I think it's like about 100 to 120 or something per outbreak. Forget how many it is. But since it's 1 in 200 odds, but I'm not actually keeping track at all. Even if I had my counter set up right now, I wouldn't use it for this, because it would just be constantly be me hitting the button. This is one thing that I hate about this encounter system compared, especially to Legends Arceus, is that because the Pokemon can despawn when you get too far away, I'm not really looking in the grass. And even if I was, like, it's gonna be hard to tell if they're shiny or not. It's very possible that a shiny spawns, I just don't ever see it. I don't think any of those are. Maybe this one? No. I feel like it will stick out pretty well when the shiny does appear. Although I say that there's a couple in the last outbreak that I thought were shiny, so what do I know? But that was mostly just due to lighting. Well, lighting and then Gallade also deciding to just not attack. Hello, Kilowattrel. I believe there's another event for those coming up. I think next week, actually. Or whenever this event is over. Because they're doing like a month of events. Or more than a month, maybe even. Because we had the Pikachu and Raichu event. Then we have this one. Then, yeah, there's one coming up for, again, Wattrel, I'm pretty sure. And then I forget what the other one is. There's also going to be another raid event for, yo, what's up, Jed? Welcome back in. But yeah, there's going to be another raid event for Gimme Ghoul, but unless they, like, massively improve the odds for that, I'm just not even going to bother. Because full odds hunts just suck. They are not fun to do. How's the hunt going? No success so far, but we're only 30 minutes in. I should get one of these pretty soon. Actually, there's a very good chance one has already spawned. I just walked too far away from it and it despawned, but oh well. It's always nice when the Pokemon actually, like, attacks multiple targets on its own. Alright. What's the shiny look like? On this one, the top of it is a much darker orange, or even more like a brown. So it's not the most obvious shiny, but it should still stick out once I see it. Yeah, this one has the brown top. The pink one turns completely white, and then the really confusing one is the yellow one, which turns orange. But thankfully for this event, the different forms are separated into different regions. So I don't have to worry about mistaking it. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, because since it's an outbreak, I know what's going to be in the outbreak. So it's, if they're all yellow and then an orange one appears, there's not going to be any confusion there. But it's still helpful. But yeah, hopefully if today goes well, I can get all 3 of these. And hopefully only a few hours. The Tatsugiri genocide. Yeah, we're definitely going to be ripping through a lot of these today. Considering it's, I think it's like around 100 per outbreak. And it's 1 in 200 odds, so it should take me around 600 Tatsugiri. That's actually a crap ton, I just realized. Holy crap. But I guess we are going for 3 shinies. Alright. Yep, that's the end of the outbreak. We'll just double check the rest of them. Hopefully I won't have to do too much system clock resetting to get more to spawn. I know I have 2 more outbreaks here. And then I will just move on to the next zone, or the next region. So I'll move on to Kitakami, whether or not I get this. Okay, I don't think there's any more left. Doesn't look like it. If there is, oh well. Alright. God, the lag. Yeah, this one I think is gonna be kind of a pain in the ass, but this one should be okay. I'm only concerned, especially with this one being so close to the water. And then Kitakami is just going to be a mess all around because it just is. I don't know what it is about Kitakami, but it just, like, it doesn't matter if there's water on screen or not. Hey, come on. Okay. That was a very delayed jump, and then it sent me over. Alright, whatever. Oh, the thing that's going to be confusing about this, I guess it doesn't really matter. But with this, since there might actually be, like, naturally spawning, Tatsugiris. So we might have some other ones popping up here that actually aren't part of the outbreak. Okay, I thought that thing despawned for a second. I was, like, very confused. Also grab this while I'm here. Watch me get a shiny Tatsugiri for one of the other forms while I'm on this outbreak. I would not be even remotely upset about that. Also, God, there's like way more than even like some of the other areas so far. Way more other Pokemon spawning. Which hopefully doesn't turn into them attacking me. Oh, there's that lag. Thankfully, so far, it hasn't been too bad, though. But if it starts, like, staying really bad, I might have to just abandon this outbreak. This really makes me miss the, imagine if your mods could run out of attack points farming like this. That would be so annoying. Okay. Yeah, so when I look down there for some reason, the lag starts getting bad. But yeah, this makes me miss doing the outbreak resets in Legends Arceus. With how broken those were before they got patched. Oh, a couple of pink ones spawned. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll see the completely busted outbreaks come back in the new Legends game. But that was so interesting how they could be just so broken like that. So you could basically guarantee that eventually you will get a shiny from an outbreak. People will find a way. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be ways to manipulate it a little bit, but like, it was so easy to do in the original release of Arceus. And they were still good afterwards, it just like, it wasn't a guaranteed shiny anymore. You had to like keep doing resets. You missed out on the pre-patch outbreaks, you got all of yours from MMOs, yeah. Yeah, the mass outbreaks were good if you were just generally hunting and didn't really care what you wanted, but not as good if you wanted something specific. Gallade, come on. It almost got to me there. Yeah, I actually just rewatched the last pre-patch outbreak that I did. Where I got the 2 shiny Bergmites back to back. I caught one and then another one spawned to replace it. Man, I really hope the new Arceus is good. Or not Arceus, the new Legends game is good. I really hope they learn from what went wrong with this game. Like all the stuff they did really well in Legends Arceus, and then this game that they like took away. Like the shiny sound effect playing, and how it handled Pokemon spawning and despawning and stuff. You remember that? Yeah, that was a good time. I definitely miss shiny hunting in Arceus. That was probably my favorite time of shiny hunting. But unfortunately, it's kind of like there's not really enough left for me to bother doing it. Maybe I will, though. Maybe I'll go back and do a random one at some point here. Because there is still some stuff that I could use from it. It's just so few and far between that it didn't really make sense. It was just going to be a lot of time spent resetting for new outbreaks, or just like only having one of the Pokemon be an outbreak that I care about. And so you load into an MMO for just one outbreak and then you leave and reset. More shiny Budews, yeah, Jesus. I don't remember how many it was. Oh my god. This was something that another thing that I hope they really learned from with Legends Arceus, and they make sure to do again with the new one, is having the Pokemon run up to you but not actually like attack you. So you can kind of get out of the way of it. I think there were probably some that would actually like run up to you all the way, but most of them would run up and like roar at you first before like charging up a move. And also like unloading all the surrounding Pokemon when you're in a battle. Whereas in this game, they'll just like, you'll get like Tauros and stuff that will just like crowd around you and just sit there roaring over and over again. Which is annoying enough, and then you get out of the battle and immediately enter another battle. There's definitely a number of things that should have been carried over to this game from Legends Arceus, but since they were basically working on them at the same time, they just didn't. Either because they couldn't or they just didn't feel like it or whatever. Yeah, going back to it, I don't remember how many Badu it was, but it was like 5 or 6 or something like that that I saw. I finally just got to the point where when there would be a shiny Badu, I would just ignore it. One thing I don't miss about PLA is the damn range attack spam. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they would get around not doing that, though. I feel like that was definitely better than this, because at least in that you could, like, dodge roll and stuff out of the way. Felt like a damn Souls game, yeah. Like I was just saying, dodging out of the way constantly. Yeah, I do hope they improve the physics a little bit. Just make them a little bit more consistent, especially with the feather ball. Because those felt like sometimes they were kind of wonky. But I feel like it doesn't really need much, honestly. It just needs to be a new game and polish up the stuff that wasn't done well. Or that could have been done a little bit better. And hopefully make it not look like an N64 game. Which, speaking of, remember when the Pokemon company... let's try that one again. The Pokemon company put out, like, a press release or whatever for this game, be like, hey, we hear you, the game runs like crap, we're going to work to fix it. And then they did literally nothing to make this game run any better. And in some ways, actually, it runs worse. Like, Kitakami is just a disaster. Yes, we need a new Switch, but that's not the problem. We need a new developer for the Pokemon games that actually understands what the term optimization means. Because there are much better looking games that run much better on the Switch than this game and Legends Arceus. At least Legends Arceus, yeah, it looked like an N64 game. Well, yeah. Probably exaggerating a little bit, but I mean, it does not look good. But at least the frame rate itself was stable. The only problem is that Pokemon that were in the distance were running in like 5 FPS. But, I mean, this game has that too, and it's way worse. You'd give PLA at least PS2 range. Yeah, maybe like early PS2 or something, I don't know. I just... Like, it was fun, it was playable, but like, goddamn, was it not good looking. That's one thing I am curious, though, with this game, with whatever the Switch successor ends up being. Assuming there's backwards compatibility, because, like, Jesus Christ, please, Nintendo, don't fuck that up. But seeing if this game runs any better on the Switch 2 or whatever. Or if he'll end up being like the Xbox 360, some of the backwards compatible games. I think some of them got like 60 FPS patches for running on the Xbox One or the Series consoles. Or maybe it was just the Xbox One titles that got a 60 FPS patch, but I can definitely see it being a thing where they intentionally, like, lock it down so the game doesn't run any better. That would be a very Nintendo thing to do. But I would be surprised if there's not backwards compatibility. Like, generally that's something that Nintendo has been pretty good about. Like, yeah, I think from the N64 to the GameCube, there wasn't backwards compatibility, but, like, it was a completely different medium. You know, it went from cartridges to discs on that. And then the Wii U to the Switch, but that's also because the Wii U had a very different processor setup as opposed to the Switch. Whereas the Switch the Switch 2 will most likely just be a more powerful version, but like it should still be, I think it's an ARM processor that's on this. I think it's like a NVIDIA Tegra chip or whatever. Always forget the Wii U existed. Yeah, so did literally everyone. That's why it sold so poorly. Because the marketing for it was terrible, and a lot of the people that heard about it, even, just thought it was some sort of accessory for the Wii. And then went, oh, okay, well, I don't want to buy a whole console. And then when the Switch came out, they like immediately ported every good game to the Switch, like Mario Kart. It's wild to me that we haven't gotten like an actual new Mario Kart game on the Switch, and we're just not going to. I'm just gonna knock this guy out just to get rid of him. That does remind me, though, are they still releasing new tracks for Mario Kart 8? Or is that, like, that new set of them that they were doing, is that already done? I don't remember if it's supposed to end at the end of last year or during this year. Oh, speaking of... Real quick. Where is it? Oh, did they not have it announced on here? Okay. I guess they haven't announced that on here yet. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team is coming out for Nintendo Switch Online. So at least we're getting something for Pokemon on the virtual consoles. Or whatever you're supposed to call them. It still blows my mind that they haven't put out the any of the old Pokemon games on that yet. Or any of the mainline games. Like, yeah, we're getting Mystery Dungeon, which I am excited for. I am going to do a playthrough of that. Or at least a one-off of it. Because I've never actually played a Mystery Dungeon game before. I was interested in eventually playing the one that came out on the Switch, but I just never got around to it. But it's still just wild to me that they like released the Game Boy and the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance emulators like, you know, a couple weeks before a Pokemon Direct, and everyone was like, oh, they're totally gonna just, you know, what's the right term for it, shadow drop, or just drop as like in the Direct, be like, hey, by the way, the old Pokemon games are available now. Even as like a paid thing, like I would absolutely end up buying them. Just because it's a much more convenient way for me to stream those games. And hopefully we would also have like Pokemon Home compatibility as well. That's honestly the big thing about emulators for me. Why I generally don't bother is just not being able to like put my Pokemon in Pokemon Home ever. To me, just like instantly makes me not really care. Although there was a, what is this, Pokerogue? That people have been playing recently, or like within the last month or so, which seems interesting. That's also kind of like its own thing, though, because it's more like a roguelite. I did actually download a Poke MMO recently and try that out, which I played a little bit of it. The problem is I started with a Gen 5 playthrough on it, and Gen 5 sucks. So also, I think they changed how the scaling works a little bit, and I found myself having to grind a shit ton in it. I think it's where you meet N, and he's you like ride on the Ferris wheel with him. Or you meet him before that, but you know, you ride the Ferris wheel with him, and then you have to battle him afterwards. And it was he just kept kicking my ass, dude, because I was just under-leveled. Even though like I was doing all the trainer battles and stuff, so I was having to just like spend a bunch of time grinding. And I finally beat him, but at that point I was like, ugh. That is one thing about those old games or some of the old games. Oh, is it doing this shit again? Yes, YouTube, I want to keep playing the fucking music. That's like, what is the point of having fucking playlists if you're just gonna randomly pause it playing? That entirely defeats the fucking purpose, you fucking idiots. That was a weird bit of choppiness. But yeah, those old games, God, they were so grindy. Especially Gen 2. Like, I'm a Gen 2 kid, but man, you don't realize until you play them when you're older. It's like, holy crap, the level scaling for the gyms in that game is just, like, horrendous. I don't think Heart Gold and Soul Silver really did much to alleviate that. Although I still feel like it's not as bad as BDSP was. Where by the end of the game, you're just like, or when you're getting to the end of the gyms, you're just absolutely smashing everything. But then there's a ridiculous difficulty spike when you get to Cynthia. Isn't it? It's something like, I think from the beginning of the Elite Four to the end of the Elite Four, they go up by like 10 levels by the time you get to Cynthia. It's like, what? So either you start the Elite Four massively over-leveled, and then you're like a reasonable match for Cynthia, or you start the Elite Four at a reasonable level, and then you just get absolutely stomped on by Cynthia. Which, like, okay, you know, would, but, you know, still just, like, stupid. Like, I'm glad they made her a threat and made the game, like, actually kind of difficult at the end, but it should have scaled throughout the game, not just do it right at the end. God, BDSP is so weird. Just in, like, the weird mix of what things they kept, air quoting here, faithful to the original. Like making TMs single-time use only again. It's like, why would you do that? That is such a good quality of life improvement, just to have the infinite TMs, speaking of this game. But like, it just doesn't make sense to do that, but then say you're keeping it faithful. Because then some other quality of life stuff was included. Like, I do actually prefer the, your whole team gaining XP after a battle. I prefer that, because really all it does is just, if you're scaling things properly, and this is part of why that game gets so out of hand. Against the gyms anyways. Is like, if you don't do scaling properly, then yeah, you get overleveled. But like, really all that not having the XP share does is just make you grind more. And grinding really isn't good gameplay. I say as I fight the same enemies over and over and over again, hoping for a slightly different colored variant. So for this one, we're looking for a white one. Which, definitely no way that I'm going to be able to confuse that one. The orange one's like the worst one for being able to tell from a distance. But yeah, it's just weird. They're like, yeah, we're keeping the game faithful, so we're getting rid of this quality of life improvement that is universally liked, but we're going to keep the one that, like, isn't universal, because I like it as a general concept. Again, not necessarily executed well in BDSP, but that's more of a problem of them trying to keep it too faithful and not changing the levels of gyms and stuff. But, like, most people don't like that, not having the option, at least, to turn it off. And I will say, even though I prefer having it on, I would definitely also rather see it be able to be turned off. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of a shame with BDSP. Also, like, keeping the number of steps needed for breeding to, like, the original amount, unlike with Sword and Shield, where, hey Tavia, welcome back. Yes, it has been a while. I have not been streaming over, like, the past 6-ish months, and honestly, for a while before that, it was maybe once a week. But I'm trying to get back into it now. But yeah, it's just weird, like, all the stuff that they undid in the BDSP remake. It was still okay for a playthrough. Honestly, I think that is one, though, that I might actually delete my VODs of it. Just because, for some reason, during it, I, like, skipped one of the gyms on stream. I just went and did it off stream. I think it was the last gym, actually, which, granted, doesn't really matter because it was so easy, so it didn't matter. Hunting for Jumbo Tatsugiri of each form, nice. Yeah, I don't worry too much about, like, the Jumbo or Mini versions, but I'm just trying to get the shinies. Honestly, if it wasn't for this event, I probably wouldn't ever bother to get each form shiny, but since this event makes it fairly easy, I'm going to do that today. But good luck on your hunt. I hope you get all the Tatsugiri you're looking for. But yeah, that might be one for me to redo. Just delete those VODs and do it again. There's a few that might be like that. Okay, it's a Sawaddle. I could, like, tell that it wasn't quite white, but I wasn't sure if it was just the grass messing with my eyes. But yeah, my Satisfactory playthrough I'll probably take down, but that's also because when the full release of it comes out in, I forget when it is. I know it's later than September, or in or later than September. That is so weird how it, like, pops in that flower patch. It pops in, but only when it's on the edge of the screen. Anyways. Yeah, since that, especially the Satisfactory one, since it was, I never finished it, and it was, like, right at the, I think the last stream I did of it was, like, my second VTuber stream. So actually a lot of the old stuff that I was doing with a face cam, I might go back and either delete it or edit it so it's just to get rid of that. Not that I really care too much, but also, I mean, plenty of my old VODs aren't really worth watching anyways, so it's not like... Well, I guess I'm not deleting them, I'm just editing. Anyways, I don't know, it just like... It wasn't honestly a very long amount of time that I was doing a face cam even. Because when I started, I didn't do face cam, and then... I think it was during Legends Arceus I started using a face cam. And that would have been around the time when I was doing Satisfactory as well. Yeah, there's a few of those that are either going to get edited or deleted just because it's like stuff that I did a one-off stream of or something like that. Okay, they're still here. It's another Sawaddle. Or the outbreak is still here. There we go. Wonder if I just couldn't see them, but they had spawned. They were just hiding in the grass. Is that it? There it is! Hey, we got one! Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so I know for sure these guys don't have any self-damaging moves or like self-destruct or anything. So, T-Wave. Oh, damn it. It's been so long since I've done shiny hunting. I forgot that I should use a quick ball first. Okay, try that again. And I think I'll try and get this in a Premier Ball, since it makes the most sense. Nice. So, yes, I don't have to come back to Kitakami, my least favorite area of the 3 regions in this game. Just because of how much FPS lag there is here. Okay. I think we have enough Premier Balls that we can get this best ball for this version of Dragon Sushi. Yeah. Nice, we got a critical catch too. Hell yes. There we go. 1 down, 2 to go. Actually, I have no idea which box that's going into. I should probably check. There we go. Yeah, whatever. I'm not doing this to try and get stats on them anyways. Okay. Let's go ahead and save before I screw that up. And then, alright, let's head over to Blueberry Academy. I think there's 2 outbreaks here, but like this one's in the middle of the water, so I'm definitely not doing that. Or no, maybe there's like 3. Oh, never mind. Holy shit. I forgot there's a whole like pack of them over there. Okay. Well, that works. That's destination. Head over here. Alright, so this one turns orange, so it should still be pretty easy to see, but it's not as like blatant as the white one. Alright. So yeah, about an hour per shiny. That seems to be how it goes for these outbreak hunts. Which is fine by me. So it might be a little bit harder to see because it's dark out, but maybe not, because I mean the orange sticks out pretty well. It's only like the normally orange Tatsugiri that's like kind of a pain, because it just changes to a darker orange on top. It's too noticeable, yeah. Yeah, hopefully I can get this one without having to reset. And then we can just worry about getting the ones in Paldea. Something I should get more into the habit of, though, is not actually moving around as much. Just like standing in one spot and looking around. Since I'm sure in that, with the orange form, for a second there, that like the glow from it being targeted made me think that was an orange one. But that wouldn't have made sense because you can't. They will never attack a shiny, thank God. But yeah, there's a very good chance that while I was in the 4 outbreaks that I did in Paldea, there was probably a shiny in one of them that spawned, but I didn't see it, and then I walked away so it despawned. Which is definitely something that I don't like that happens in this game. I definitely preferred the Legends Arceus system, where like all the Pokemon are spawned in when you enter the area. They're just not like actually loaded until you get close enough. So like if there's a shiny but you leave the, you know, the general vicinity of it, it just kind of deloads. But then when you get back to that area, it loads back in. I really hope they do that again in the new Legends game. I don't know, I personally... It was weird that people were upset that, like, Legends Arceus isn't, like, truly open world. It's, like, broken up into zones, which was always weird to me, because, like, okay, I don't care. I just want larger areas to run around in, you know? So I really hope that they don't make the new Legends game like open world like this, so that way they can keep some of those systems in. It's fine with me. Yeah, like one, they never called it open world. In fact, if anything, they went out of their way to not call it open world and emphasize that it wasn't. And like realistically to me, like it doesn't really matter. Like, having a short loading screen in between areas is fine. As long as it is, like, a much more open area, like they were in Legends Arceus. But yeah, keep the Legends games kind of more region or zone set up. And then the mainline games being like open world. Though it is interesting because like I feel like this game would definitely be more fun if it had the mechanic of just throwing Pokeballs at Pokemon instead of worrying about battling them. But also at the same time, if they did that, there's no real point for the Legends games to exist, kind of. Like, I guess you can kind of tell a different story, but like, I don't know, it's just weird. I honestly would be perfectly fine if the mainline games actually just went back to being 2D. And then you could have the Legends games be 3D. Because I definitely feel like going to 3D for the mainline games anyways has been like one of the biggest causes of issues with Pokemon. Because Game Freak just cannot optimize their games to save their lives. I mean, they've had that problem since forever. Even on the 2D games. Like, you know, it was the 2nd gen games where originally they had trouble even fitting all of Johto onto the cartridge. And then when they had more help come in, I forget which like director or whatever it was from Pokemon that the legend is that they came in and personally optimized it to the point where not only could they fit Johto, but they could fit all of Kanto in as well. I highly doubt that's completely accurate. I'm sure he helped, but I'm sure he had a lot more other people helping him as well. But it's just like, the fact that even back then they were having those issues with the 2D games. And now with the modern games, like, you know, Sword and Shield wasn't a great looking game. But like, it was good enough, honestly. I really didn't have an issue with how Sword and Shield looked. It was just like some of the animations kind of sucked. But like, at least it ran well. Legends Arceus, terrible looking game. Let's be honest. But it had a stable frame rate, and it was definitely fun to play. And then this game looks slightly better than Legends Arceus, but it's constant FPS drops. Anytime you're like anywhere near water. And also areas like the bamboo forest and the forest that has like the pink Pokemon or whatever. Not like the OG one, but whatever that new one they introduced was. It was like a graffiti Pokemon or something like that. Is it Smeargle? Is that like the OG? I think, what's the move that it has? Sketch. That like is fucking absolutely broken because it lets you learn any move, basically. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully with the Switch 2, at least if they're not going to be able to optimize very well, they can make the game look better and still hold 60 FPS. Or even 30. I'm actually not sure. I assume this game's 30. That's the thing. When I like go from directly from like a 30 FPS game to a 60 FPS game, I can definitely always tell. But once I'm like kind of accustomed to it, I don't notice the 30 FPS. But I assume this game is at its like base runs at 30. And then you get those FPS hiccups where it definitely is not, but you know. Yeah, hopefully Switch 2 at least supports 4K output. I'm fine with 4K being like 1080 or 1440p scaled up. But just having 4K output would be nice. Is this one done? Yeah, it is done. Okay. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter if the marker's on that. But yeah, supporting like 4K 30 or 1440p 60 FPS would be nice. And just have that be the baseline that most, if not all games, have to stick to. Oh, speaking of FPS drops. Oh yeah, because there's water over there. That would do it. Like, I'm really not too concerned with how graphics look. Like I say, you know, I think Sword and Shield was fine. Other than, again, some animations, but it really wasn't too bad. But having them at least run well is like my bigger priority. And then having at least 1440p would be nice, just because, you know, that's what my graphics card, or my capture card supports. Well, it supports up to 4K, but I only have a 1440p monitor, so it doesn't really matter. Though I have noticed that it'll let me, like my PC will let me go up to 4K. Because since it, or my gaming PC anyways, since it thinks that it's, since it's going through the capture card, so it thinks it supports up to 4K, or my monitor does. I've never actually bothered to do that, especially because on my gaming PC, like, it's only a 2070, right? GTX 2070, so it's not gonna handle 4K too well. And yeah, my Series X supports 4K, but I think it only supports up to 4K 30. And again, being that I have a 1440p monitor, I'd rather just have the... Or is it? Now I'm thinking about it. No, it might be 4K 60 that the one support, or the Series X supports. Whether or not any game actually will run at that is a whole other question. Because yeah, it supports 1440p 120. Although the couple of games that I've tried to play at 120, I'm trying to think what old games I have tried. Maybe it is just Mass Effect that I'm thinking about now. But yeah, the OG version of Mass Effect, the 360 version, does not play nice with 120 FPS. It has a lot of graphical hiccups. Like every 10 or so seconds, the screen goes black and the audio cuts out and stuff. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense. It's an Xbox 360 game. But it is kind of weird that it does that. And I don't know if all of the backwards compatible Xbox 360 titles do that or not. But yeah, I just don't have any reason really to try and run 4K. So 1440p works fine. It just sucks with the Switch though, because the Switch only goes up to 1080p. I don't know, and I don't think they did with the OLED version, if they added support for higher resolutions. It is a shame we never got a Switch Pro. Oh, hi there. There we go. That's two. All right, perfect. Quick ball first. Hell yes. All right, so I only have to worry about the orange ones in Paldea now. Oh, that was close. Oh well. So we'll just T-wave, false swipe, and then be on our way. Now, I do wonder when I'm going to catch this one in. Oh, it didn't bring it down all the way. Interesting. Okay. I guess it is level 63, and it's non-stab false swipe, so it's not going to do much anyways. Alright, is there any ball that's like more orangish? I guess repeat ball could kind of work. Yeah, we'll do a repeat ball. I think that's like the best fit. I guess it is just more red for the repeat ball. Oh well. Awesome. All right, 2 down, 1 to go. Hell yes. Also, why is my galley? I saw that. What are you doing there, buddy? I guess he's technically in his like run around mode, but still. Is that back to back? Okay. I'll take 2 then. Okay. I was not expecting that. Okay. What the hell? Oh, still didn't get it on the first try. You know what? That kind of works too, because I kind of wanted to get 4 total, because the way that my living decks on super effective is set up, or just the way they have it set up, is you have the full national decks, but then with the ultimate forms, you have a repeat of whatever the base form is, and then all the alternate forms in those boxes. So you technically need 4 if you wanted to be like correct, or at least correct with them. But I wasn't too worried about doing that. But since the game did it for me. Wait, did I miss? Did he lower my accuracy? Okay, he did. Boy, this is going to get annoying real quick. This is going to get annoying really quick. Okay, that one didn't lower my accuracy, thankfully. Very nice. I was not expecting to get back-to-back shinies tonight. It's funny because I was actually just talking about when I did that in Legends Arceus too, with the shiny Bergmites. So like perfect timing on that. Hey! Hell yes. Okay. I guess I will take a quick look around to see if there's another shiny. That would be wild if I had 3 in like the same group of spawns. Alright, if there is, I'm not seeing them. Is that a Rabska? Oh, interesting. I didn't know these could spawn in this area. Anyways. Alright, back to Paldea. There weren't any more of these, right? I have to do a change of the system clock. Okay, let's just travel first, and then we'll change the clock. Oh, let me save. I didn't do that. Alright, change the clock, which I know is still not correct after I did it the other day. Oh. Okay, don't know why I hit that, but whatever. Okay, let's see here. While we're not doing that one, I'm not messing with the beach or the water or anything. Well, okay. That other one was like at least a little bit closer. when I did the one that was like right there or whatever. Anyways. God, that's on the beach too. Man, this one sucks. Okay, so there's one there that's gonna be good. There's one here that's gonna be good. And then I think I might just skip that one. Let's do these two first. See if I even need to go over there. Hopefully I can just get it on this this set. That would be very nice. But we are definitely ahead of schedule with how fast we got those other three actually, I suppose. Alright, so this is the one that's kind of hard to tell. So like those other two, I can just visually tell without even like having to guess. This one though isn't quite as obvious. But I feel like in the fully lit areas I should be able to tell. It's just the shadows sometimes will play tricks on you. I wonder if some are going to end up spawning down there. Because the outbreak is definitely close enough, isn't it? Yep, some of them are. Well, that's annoying. I'm just going to pretend those don't exist. And if shiny spawns down there, well, I never saw it, so it doesn't really count. Hello? That was weird. Alright. And thankfully, so far, it looks like whatever Galade's issue was in that one area, where it just didn't want to attack them, it seems like that's mostly cleared up. That one really wasn't any further away, Galade. You could have attacked him too. Come on. Anyways. I shouldn't have mentioned that it was working a little bit better, because then it immediately proved me wrong. Yeah, I don't know where that one thought it was running. Right off of a cliff, I guess. One of those looks like it might be, but I don't think so. I think it's just the grass. No, okay, I don't think it is. Now that I actually got a good look at its back. It's such a shame that, like, basically the base form of Tatsugiri, this orange one, even though I really don't think there really is a base form, but it's a shame this is the one that has the worst shiny. Honestly, it's a shame there's bad shinies at all. Especially in this gen. Like, some of the earlier gens, like, some of them were supposedly, like, just automated. Which is why, like, a lot of water Pokemon end up having, like, pink or purple shinies. I don't know how true that is. But, like, even then, these later games, like, come on, guys. Like, they definitely handcrafted some of them, right? Like, the Reller one, where it goes from rolling a mud ball to rolling a gold nugget, which is really cool. It's one of my favorite shinies by far, just because of that. It's like, you guys really had to do stuff like Armor Rouge and Ceruledge, where literally the only difference is the color of the eyes. Or fucking Tandemaus, where it's like literally the shirt is a slightly different shade. And it's like even worse than Gengar and like Garchomp and stuff, because like you can, it's such a small Pokemon, so it's so hard to tell. Or fucking Gimmighoul and Goldango. Oh, did it pause my music again? Yes. Oh my god, I fucking hate YouTube so fucking much. I know why they do that. Because they're worried about people basically just sapping bandwidth, but like, how about you just play the fucking music, you fucking assholes? Like, they don't do that when you listen to like an 8-hour long, stream VOD. They don't pause in the middle of it. So why are you doing it on music? Which, by the way, I'm just listening to one of the Harris Heller Stream Beats albums. I would usually, don't know why my voice cracked there. I would usually use Spotify, and then I would have like Now Playing set up, so that way you could see it on stream. But for some reason, I've just not gotten around to doing that, so... Or not gotten around to doing that with like my new setup. I do find it a little funny that right after I bought my new capture card, the Evermedia 4K 2.1, so it supports HDMI 2.1, which means it supports up to 4K 60, I think. I'm pretty sure, because that was why I didn't get the previous version that only supported 4K 30. But yeah, I bought that, and I bought a new graphics card for my second PC, since my buddy upgraded his, so he just gave me his old one, but he was still keeping his old GPU, because he was planning on getting a new one later down the line. I have no idea where he is on that yet, because I was going to get his old GPU too, but yeah, so I got his old setup, and then I just needed to add a graphics card to it. I didn't even really need to. I think his was a new enough Ryzen. It's a Ryzen 5800X. I think those have onboard graphics. But since that PC is also running my VC face, my VTuber setup, so I wanted something a little bit beefier, and I also wanted something that would have AV1 encoding, because even though Twitch still doesn't support AV1, and though I think they've said they are still like going to do it, but they're working on the like multiple encode thing, where basically you can upload to Twitch with multiple different like bit rates and encoding settings from the same PC. Which, to be fair, is very good, because it means that you can actually like control what each like 720 and 1080p and all that, you can control what they look like a lot more, rather than just uploading in 1080p and hoping that that Twitch processes it well. I don't really care about that much, but it is, a good option for especially like, the top tier streamers, right? Having more control over the content you're creating is always a good thing. I think they've said after that is done, they're going to start working on AV1 or something like that. which is just, I get it, but like, holy fuck, AV1 is way more important, guys, for the love of fuck. But heaven forbid Twitch, like, actually work on anything helpful and not just come up with new ways to piss off their streamers. Alright, this one's done. Yeah, so even though Twitch still doesn't support AV1, YouTube still supports it for I believe they support it for live streaming, and then for uploads that are 1440p or higher, they allow it now as well. Which for me is perfect, because I want to record in 1440p anyways, and it lets me cut down on the bitrate for that, which means, you know, the total file size and how long it takes to upload and all that. I forget what like the recommended bitrate is for like a normal H.264 or 265 upload. But I know it's like at least double, I think, what the recommended is for AV1. Actually, I don't even think YouTube has like an actual recommended for AV1. Hold on. Bitrate. I can just pull it up real quick rather than like guessing. But yeah, it's like 8,000, I think, kilobit per second. And that's for like 1440p 60. And yeah, it's 24 for a great normal encoding. So yeah, using up, mine's a little bit higher than 8K. It's like right around 10K, I think. It depends on the game though, because it depends on how much movement there is. But yeah, being able to at least have, if not more, my my upload size is very nice. Which is a good reminder that I do have a YouTube channel, and I upload most of my VODs there, and they're typically going to be in higher quality than what you get on Twitch, just because of bitrate limits for streaming. So for instance, on Twitch, I stream at 1080p 60 at 6,000 kilobit. And again, because that's because Twitch doesn't support AV1, that's just an H.264. Whereas on YouTube, my uploads are 1440p 60 at, again, around 10k kilobit. And because it uses AV1, it's still, even only being slightly higher bitrate for how much resolution there is, it's definitely a lot higher quality. So obviously, you know, watch live, we definitely prefer that. But if you want to watch it after the fact, you end up with a slightly better product, actually. If for some reason you're super concerned about not having any compression artifacting or just the general fidelity of a shiny hunting stream in a game that is not very good looking. And I am actually starting to upload shorts again as well for my shiny hunts. I guess I was kind of still doing that. It's something I started doing. I know I was doing highlights, and then I think during my early shiny hunting in this game, I started doing shorts, and they actually did pretty well. And I think that's just a format that's better suited for highlights. Like getting the back-to-back Tatsugiri, that'll definitely be a short on YouTube. So I am doing that again. Yeah, Yeah, this one's definitely not dark enough. Kind of looked like it, but I could tell it was just the shadow there. Let me actually go get these guys first before they despawn, even though I'm pretty sure there's not a shiny over here. I should definitely look into also setting up maybe a, or looking into how I would even set up dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube. I know there's like services that do it for you automatically. Like I remember a long time ago that even being a thing. I don't know if you can do that with like just one instance of OBS. And I don't know that my PC has enough. Yeah, I mean my PC... Actually, what is using so much CPU? What the fuck? OBS is only using 30% of my CPU, and VC Face is using another, we'll say 15. That's weird. Only because, like, my PC is sitting at like 60 to 70% utilization. I suppose I have Twitch up too, and I have a YouTube video playing. That does eat up resources. To be fair though, I do have my encoding settings pretty high. Because on, with the way my setup is, I have my my Intel A750 doing the AV1 encoding for the YouTube upload. And then I have my CPU handling the encoding of the actual live stream. And since that is basically a locked 6,000 kilobit per second, because I can't go higher than that. I think people say that Twitch will let you go higher than 6,000. Like, I think you can do up to 8K without having issues. But, like, it's easier just to keep it to what they say is the max. But because of that, I can just kind of crank the settings on the CPU. So, like, I have mine set pretty high in terms of, like, the encoding quality. I forget exactly what, like, the setting is, but it's like, I think you're recommended to set it to fast or faster. But I think I have mine set to, like, medium or something. I'm not going to open it up now because, or open it up to check, because that is just asking for problems. Even if I don't change anything, just having that page open while live is... I don't even know if it'll let me change settings while I'm live, but I don't want to find out. Alright, will I find this final one before we hit the 2-hour mark? Still got 15 minutes to go. Yeah, it's like almost certain that a shiny has spawned by now, but despawned because they got too far away from it. Because, like, the the yellow one, the one, or no, sorry, the pink one, the one that turns white. I spotted that one from a pretty good distance away. It's not like the second yellow turned orange that I basically walked into before I noticed it. I know we're getting close to the end of this outbreak. Pretty sure I saw a message saying they were almost all gone. Yep, there we go. Why did you... Okay, anyways. Really don't understand the logic of Pokemon when they're out in the field. Okay, I think there's one or two left over here. Any over there? I don't see any. I don't think either of these are shinies, which is unfortunate. God damn it. Every time I forget that I can't go out any further. So yeah, we have that one up there, we have that one over there, and then we have the one that's down here. So I think I'm just going to reset, because I really don't feel like being near a beach right now. Just dealing with the lag is... I'm good. We might try to do these two. We definitely want to do that one. Let's see what else we got spawned in. That one's close, but it shouldn't be too bad because it's actually up on the cliff, not like down here where it's on the beach. Oh, and there's one up there too. So yeah, most of these seem doable. Most, if not all. That was a weird hiccup. I feel like that I don't remember being a thing as much before. Where the game just like hitches for a full second there. I guess it wasn't a full second, but you know, it's different from the usual lagginess from the FPS dropping. But it has been a little bit since I played this game with any consistency, so I could just not be remembering it. No, that's not the shiny. That definitely was not the shiny because Galley just knocked it out. But yeah, the Stonejourner shiny, basically it swaps the colors between like the base color and the darker spots. So it has a darker base color and then lighter spots. Not the best shiny, but it is kind of neat. Just kind of... Is that it? That has to be it. That is definitely it. Yes! Oh, hell yes. Okay, so that was a little bit more noticeable than I thought. Anyways, quick ball. And yes, we got in just under 2 hours. Nice. It's a little bit shorter of a stream, but again, I'm still kind of trying to build up back into getting into streaming more often. Okay, we're water type, that doesn't really matter. T-Wave. Got him on the first try, nice. This is only level 25? Okay, so this will definitely bring it down to 1 HP. So this is another one that would be like, I guess, a repeat ball. Let me just go through my balls again, though. Kind of feeling more luxury ball on this one. Yeah, let's just do luxury ball. That way I don't have 2 in repeat balls. I guess 3 in repeat balls, but, you know, there's a little bit of a difference. Okay. I suppose it's not like a super good ball to use. It's still just like a base rate. It's the same as a Pokeball. Whereas like a repeat ball gets a big boost. Okay, that should catch. Yes! Alright, that's awesome. 4 shinies in one stream. We got all the Tatsugiri forms. Very happy about that. We'll go check on those real quick. No, that's a fucking roller. I thought that was another one for a second. I should, I guess, double check, right? Just do a little quick perusal here. Problem is they're like too spread out. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna say there aren't any more. Alright. That special defense on... Oh my god. Oh, those stats. That's decent. That's a solid one. That's okay. That is, like, definitely the worst one. Anyways, though, so yeah, we got our... Let me bring up the actual names of them. So we got our curly form, shiny. We got our... the droopy form, shiny. And then we got 2 of this last one, the stretch form, back to back, which was so cool to get. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, I have all the Tatsugiri forms. I don't ever have to worry about that. And I got enough that even for the kind of weird way that Super Effective sets up its living deck stuff, I can just do it and not like just throw a Ditto in there and say, yeah, it's just in my living decks. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow night, I should be doing Mass Effect, I think. I'm going to finish up my playthrough of that by doing the DLC that you can't access in the new versions, Pinnacle Station, because apparently the files got corrupted before it got ported to PS3 and then the later newer gen consoles as well. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter in terms of like story at all, but I figured I would do it just to have like an actual complete playthrough. So yeah, Saturday night tomorrow will be Mass Effect. And then Monday, during the day, I should be streaming. I'll probably continue on my Porygon hunt. Anyways, we'll figure out what's going to happen after that. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I do definitely appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time.